Just kind of a mix of all the best fishing I have for the last, 8 years. Cherry picked some stuff, so for early summer, hope you guys enjoy. Looking morning out here. Hope we'll head out a mile or so, find some good Spanish action. And we got to get off the water around 10 or 11. That's when the winds are going to shift and probably be a little on the dicey side. But this should be a nice, pleasant morning for now. My favorite type of fishing, right here. When you're catching fish trolling, it's not that bad, but man, if you're not catching anything, keeping up a troll on a kayak is... Get 'em, kick and stick. Haven't seen anything on the surface, not yet. Still got time. I'd like to see some surface activity though. Gives me some more confidence. So yeah, well, nothing's happening, right? So I guess I gotta talk for 25 minutes to fill this video up. But line roller bearing on this one of my slammers. I have 2 slammers. First problem I've had, I had a line roller. It has the same line roller as the Penn Kayak, so yeah, they're gonna fail with some use. The only weak point I've seen so far with the slammer. That's your real review. I use it all the time, so that means I like it, but I've had one problem. Ooh, we on. Yeah, he's there. See some bait down there, and I guess this fish was there. I don't know what this is, a bluefish? Spanish mackerel? It's just not that big, huh? Or he doesn't want to do anything. He's decent, I think. It's not a bad one. No, it's not too bad. I like this swimmer. Thanks to the subscriber who mentioned it to me. Seems like it works pretty well. It's hard to figure out what lures to use in a kayak because we're not really the same as a boat. We can't go that speed. Yeah. But this seems to work reasonably well at like 3 to 4 miles an hour. And that's really what my range is. So thank you, subscriber. Really appreciate it. This thing looks like it works well. All right. Decent sized Spanish mackerel. It's a pretty average one, but that's not a bad one either. Cool. Now, I saw bait down there. I'm not seeing any bait here, so I'm going back to where I saw some bait at least. Ooh, yeah. Magic swimmer, baby. Fast hit. I'm gonna have to run you down a little. It's possible. I think I got what I like. All right, so I'm gonna try to get closer to him and just keep him pressure. So you can get your fish run over. That sucks. I think that's a shark. I'd be really surprised. Nice Spanish. How did I hook? I hooked him kind of. Hook him a lot under like the chin and belly. It's funny how often that happens. But yeah. It's a good one, man. Wow. Almost got him there. These hook pretty well, so yeah, it's a big one. Wow. No, jeez. Damn. Swim away, magic swimmer. Swim away. Yeah, it's a good Spanish mackerel, 26 and a half, probably like 5-6 pounds, somewhere around there. Let's bleed them out, get them on ice. I guess I'm gonna be doing some smoked fish this weekend. Check out that Spanish mackerel, it's a good one. Let me get them on ice. A lot of mackerel lures typically really don't get bites unless I'm going like 4 miles an hour. This magic swimmer, I seem to be getting bites on 2.5, 3. So that's great because sometimes if there's a little bit of a chop or whatever it is, you can't go 4, not comfortably at least. And it's also more taxing on my body to go that fast. So 3 is could go 3 miles an hour for hours. 4.5, 5, I feel it. All right, I'm gonna go try to jig up a pompano like the last couple months. Not sure if this is gonna work, but I gotta try. I'm gonna go a real small jig here. Let's try to hit some of the stuff we caught pompano on before, so. And let things breathe for a minute. Let's see if anything else pops up before we skedaddle. Just like some structure here. Hopefully that's not a flounder. Might be. No pompanos, just flounders, huh? Yep. It's not a big one, really. What I had in mind. Peace. So I went over some structure that I caught a couple of pompano on in June. Nothing there, just pinfish. I'm just kind of I really want to avoid the flounder because any good structure is covered in them. So doing my best to just kind of stay away from the heavy structure and try to fish like the loose, a little bit more loose bottom, but not like dead bottom either. I'm not like just sitting out there doing nothing. A couple of these Spanish here. It's not too bad. Not as big as the ones from this morning, but it's midday now, so action's action sometimes. These are more typical summer Spanish too. It's crazy. You got a bunch of different classes of fish. Looks like they're eating pretty big baits actually. Whatever that's the bait they're eating. Looks like peanut bunker. Pogies. Small ones. Unavoidable. All right, well, still a healthy dose of summer. I probably should have been down here 30 minutes earlier and just really try to capitalize on that first light bite. Probably lasted, my guess is probably 30 minutes before it showed up. I could have had a couple more mackerel bites, but that's okay. When it gets slick calm like this and it's, you know, high 80s, 90s, whatever it is, it can be tough. So you got a tall order to fill on the artificial. I'm gonna head back to the beach now. I don't know, it's still pretty early and it's been a good batch of weather. I can try something inshore quickly. Tomorrow I'm gonna stay home. I don't think I'll whip up a batch of smoked fish. And yeah, that's an old Storm kicking stick. I'm not sure they make them anymore. It seems like the diving plugs, I'm patrolling that 3.5 mile an hour range. I don't really catch a whole lot of mackerel, but when I bump it up to 4 and 4.5, the mackerel seem to react better because they like speed. I have to mention our video sponsor, Waterland Co. Sunglasses, make great polarized lenses. I don't know if you can see. I got mackerel scales all over them, but got my Spanish mackerel here. We're gonna do a brine and smoke. It's one of my favorite ways to have Spanish mackerel. And these, you know, 5 to 6.5 pound fish tend to be the best. Keeping these guys well packed on ice makes a huge difference and how easy it is to fillet it when you get home. Okay, nice solid fillets there. I do a simple brine. Got a gallon of water, half a cup of brown sugar, and half a cup of salt. Got a cup of soy sauce. I think a lot of flavors get lost in the smoking process, but I don't know, I use a lot of black pepper. I seem to like that the most. Good amount of pickling spice. Do like 3 or 4 bay leaves. Get a little more of that earthy flavor out. That's my brine. Had a system in my last place. In this house, I don't know quite what's going on yet. This is gonna go in the fridge and yeah, we'll pull it out in the morning. I see people rinse the fillets. I'm kind of cautious about rinsing a saltwater fish in freshwater. I'm gonna pat them dry, then just put them in the fridge, and then there's gonna be like a slight glaze that forms in an hour or so. Okay, I think our mackerel's ready. I'm getting the smoker hot, and I think that's what you wanna see. It's been a while since I did it, but it just has like this sticky, filmy touch to it. All right, getting this all together here. It's a little hard. I'm doing solo. Meg's out of town, so I get to goof around for the weekend and change here. Okay, so let's check on this in a couple hours. All right, gotta get that temperature back up. All right, see you in a few hours. So I'm on about 2 hours right now. Those thinner pieces should be done. Yeah, the smaller one's definitely done. Maybe the larger one I'll give a little bit longer. That's what I look for, right? See that? Looking good. All right, so I'm gonna give the thicker cuts maybe another like 20-30 minutes. And these guys sat there for about 2 hours. That's the finish I like. Just a little dry, but you know, maybe a little moisture still left in around the bloodline, etc. And from there, man, you can do whatever you want with these things. You can make them into dips with cream cheese and all sorts of exciting combinations. You can actually just freeze these up, and if you want like a snack later, defrost them overnight, put them in a salad, sandwich, etc. Super quick. Let me give one a try. As always, guys, thanks for watching. I'm gonna give that Spanish mackerel a try, let it rest for a few minutes. I'm about to pull out the other one from the smoker right now. And I've tried lots of different brines. Go ahead, suggest one. I like a pepper heavy one, so without further ado. I haven't fished in Virginia in quite a while, so I'm just passing through. Decided to make a little stop on the bridge. Back here I've got an assortment of goodies. Really didn't know what to pack this time of year. From, you know, the usual flounder stuff. I've got some fiddler crabs back there. Honestly, if I'm gonna focus on anything, it's actually gonna be flounder, because I can bring those home. Water's 81 out here, so it's warm for this region too. So you know what that means. Probably tough fishing, but you know what? Let's make the most of it. Hopefully have a good day of fishing. I see them way out there. Way out there. Push out here a little bit. We've seen some surface life, so then maybe drift back to the bridge. Just goofing around, man. Nothing serious. Stink silver?
Yeah, small one.
Might be throwing too big.
He's bleeding. Do you want him?
No, I'm good. Gonna try to avoid dragging the Accounto's array bait.
There we go.
Vertical. Catch my own. I don't need a pity fish. Too bad. Spanish mackerel. Trying to minimize the handling here. All right, we're just chasing some Spanish mackerel around. Ran over a little bit of structure to jig on. All right, so all I'm doing here is I'm taking my paddle tail, just glopping it up with some Procure. Spanish?
Yeah, it wasn't on purpose. I'm trying to reel my bait up.
There's one.
Uh-oh.
There's got to be a few here. That'll do. Someone's coming home with dinner tonight. Yeah. So we got some Spanish jumping all around us, and there's like some real crumbly stuff. I was like, I think there should be flounder here. So I put my 4.5-inch paddle tail down there. We're getting bopped by some small fish out here, but I think we got our first keeper flounder. So 16.5 here, right?
I believe so. It might be 16. That one looks like
19. All right, some fun fishing, 19-inch flounder. So first one, gonna set up, do another drift there. All right, first keeper there. All right, so Virginia has summer flounder. I wonder, maybe there are some southern flounder here, but these are summer flounder we're catching. So let me get them on ice and set up for another drift. Just drifting up, long drifting on some structure. So see if we get another one. All right, let's move on. Maybe come back to this zone. It's fishy, but just gave one, which is definitely better than none. But don't want to waste the whole day here. There's a lot of stuff we can go fish out here right now. All right, I'm gonna drop a crab here. I saw some life that looked potentially sheep's head or triggerfish. Just see if I can stay on this spot. I'll get blown off by the current. No toadfish to me. That's a sheep's head. Fun. Saw a few fish on that hump there. Dropped the 1 ounce bottom sweeper down. Fish was on the bottom. Just me being a kook. Dropping a crab down. I'm gonna release the sheep's head. A little too large for me. Do prefer to put these bigger ones back anyway. Doesn't want to unfold for a shot. So probably 23, somewhere around there, 24 maybe. But beautiful one. Honestly, to me, it's all about finding a nice drift. 25, 30 feet, somewhere around there. Want that 1 mile an hour drift. Spanish mackerel for sure. Slammed on the retrieve, something with teeth. Got a submarine coming through, man. Really cool. I think a lot of these are the schoolies though. Yeah, these are Dolan found some, you know, 3 to 4 pounders here. Maybe, I don't know, I'm gonna release them for now. Maybe towards the end of the day I'll keep one, but honestly I have the flounder fever in my brain right now. Catch a couple more here and move on probably. Maybe try some deeper stuff back towards the beach. You sight fish an oyster toad for us? Nice.
I don't know what I'll do with a nice one.
Pork chop. Tempting to keep one of these, but they don't freeze that well in my opinion. So I kind of just like fresh for dinner and then.
Yeah, they're very, very good fresh.
Yeah, but these are the size to keep. These ones.
Oh, I promise you, the ones I'm looking at swimming around aren't missing.
Toad hog season open?
Yeah.
It is.
Fishery stays open for most of the summer. It closes in the spring for a little bit.
That's what I want.
Me too.
I'm kind of spoiled on the sheep's head where I live, so. But slow day. There's life out here. It's one of those things you just gotta grind and know how to cover water. Seemed like I started off pretty good covering water, then I hit the lull, and now it's like, I don't know. My man, the toad. It's my man. You let that guy bite you, it's gonna be the worst day of it's gonna be the worst day in a while. They'll crush your fingernails. It's pretty brutal. I saw some life, I did.
They could just be big sheephead. I don't think so.
I see him now. Man. Yeah, I got him under me, whatever this is. Without a doubt. Some, it might be Spanish.
Yeah, there were some nice Spanish ones. There's just been all kinds of crab.
Whatever it is, eats a crab.
Is it sheephead?
I don't know, but it eats crabs. Might not eat a jig, but it's gonna eat your fiddler crab.
Forward zone on
Sheep's
top,
head.
doesn't it?
You see a sheep's head. Yep. Well, now you know.
Now I know. I dropped the crab on never got into it.
I'm using a brown color right now. It has to match the crab.
Yeah, it's a big school of them. I'll try to get one.
I think those drum are heavy movers.
Nomadic.
Yeah, especially. I know, I'm gonna piggybacking off live scope. I don't know how I feel about this, but. So at this point, my camera equipment was overheating consistently. Nolan here, who competitively bass fishes, was using live scope or forward-facing sonar. It was an extremely impressive technology, and it was the first time I got to see it in action firsthand, and I hadn't really formed an opinion on it. That being said, I'll enjoy my time seeing someone have success with it, and will always be humbled by its capabilities as I was today. I'm here for the flounder. I'm staying for the drum.
Slightly better about.
Bringing me over. Maybe I get one more.
I was hoping it was going to be a good black drum. Something
Yeah.
we couldn't catch it with.
Yeah. All right, well, it's a nice red drum right there. Found a lot of fish on these rocks laid up, but they're being pretty fickle. It's interesting. I haven't really formed much of an opinion on live scope, but seeing it in action, it's just like, it's a combination of, that's amazing, but also like, wow, I don't know how, yeah, it's amazing to see it, but at the same time, like, I don't know if I want it. Maybe I just want to fish next to somebody who has it. All right, headed in now. Wind kicked up, but I think we have plenty of action. It is a long day out here. I fished mostly jigs and crabs. One flounder for dinner, so I'm happy with that. Had a lot of action with the sheeps, reds, mid-August fishing, so you can't beat that. All right, I'm currently back home in North Carolina. I lost a lot of footage. Why did I lose a lot of footage? Camera overheated. Figured it might be interesting to talk a little bit about live scope too. So I'm gonna run up, fish these sandbars. I'm honestly out here looking for pompano for an hour or two this morning. Last year, pompano were kind of everywhere. This year, the water's a lot dirtier in a lot of spots, so you know what? Nolan was fishing with live scope. I thought it was pretty cool to actually see it in action and used in saltwater environment. But I was really thinking about it. I don't know if I want to put it on my kayak. It's cool, but at the same time, I'm like, I don't know if I want that extra technology. Is that going to make me enjoy fishing more? You know, these days, I wonder what's your opinion on it? Live scope and saltwater. Will it enhance the experience of being out here? Yeah, this current's whipping. I want to kind of target the area around these shoals though. That's where pompano hang out, and that's where I've caught them in the past. So let's see. Ocean's angry today. All right, I'm gonna work these shoals and the edges of them. Right, on the noodle. I think that was a ladyfish. Hey, there we go. Mackerel in the inlet. Yeah, I do get a couple of these if anything. You know, even if I'm not going to eat them, they'll go to bait use in the crab trap. We just got to make sure he's 12 inches, right? That's the minimum size. Yeah, he's about 14. The ones in the inlet do run that 1 pound class pretty typically, but these are pretty good to eat anyway. You know, a little bit better than bluefish for sure. So let's get them on ice. All right, I'm looking for just some funny stuff that sometimes comes through these waters this time of year. Me personally, I enjoy the pursuit. So when I skunk, hey, it's fun. I've seen a couple of these little Spanish mackerel porpoising out of the water. I was throwing topwater for about an hour. Just had 1 or 2 small raises. Now I switched up to that micro jig. That is the Major Craft 10 gram. Oh, it's a pompano. Heck yeah. We got the right dinner. All right. This is on those micro jigs. This is the major craft one. All right. It's not big, but hey, I'm gonna take it. It's shallow, 6 feet of water. Got such light line. Got like the biggest noodle rod out there. I'm gonna lose him if I swing him. Yeah. I'm such a nerd. Excited about a 1.5 pound pompano on a micro jig. It ain't much, but yeah, major craft, 10 grams, slow jig. They're worth it. Mix it up a little bit, catch something kind of funky, you know what I'm saying? So, pompano. Jack? Oh, ladyfish. Yeah, ladyfish, jacks, they all hang out kind of together. Certain types of water draw them in. Ladyfish. Ooh. Broke off the hook on that. It was a ladyfish though. I just switched to the pompano jig now. Let's see if we do any better with that. This one will sink easier for me too though. That's the big difference. It's a really big fish, man. And we're fishing in North Carolina. Outgoing tide, it's been dirty with a lot of rain, all that stuff, but hopefully the sheepshead have kind of shown up. Usually around Mother's Day is like peak. And yeah, should be a good time. Okay, I guess I could show you the bait we got for the day. These aren't my favorite, but they're decent. These are fiddler crabs. All right. I prefer the mud crabs, sometimes blue crabs. That's a 1 ounce bottom sweeper with that fiddler crab pierced on there. Pen slammer. Wow, that mud crab on there. Well, gives you an idea. Wood, right? Yeah. There's a mud crab on there, though. Yes. Black sea bass, they gotta be 13 inches to keep. This guy's probably like 12. Okay, 12 and a half. Every now and then you catch a keeper inshore, but it's not too common. All right, I want a 1.5 ounce jig here. Current's ripping. Oh, sea bass. Not on my bingo card, really. Second sea bass. Oh, might have been a keeper. Slightly larger than my runaway oyster toadfish there. Not sure. Oh no. Some like a little old school skate action. What kind of sheep's head is it? Damn. Dang. Maybe. I don't think this is a sheep's head. Drum. It's a healthy red. Okay, look at that. Beautiful red drum. Just could be thousands of croakers down there. Sure looks like it could be. Stingrays, I don't know. Definitely a lot of fish. These aren't sheep's head anywhere here, is there? Just a couple big reds. Maybe, you never know. Staying low. Oh man. That's a big fish. See some color. Black drum! Black drum! Black drum! Cool. Look at this gnarly drum, man. Oh, oh. Oh, oh man. That's a pretty nice one, man. Oh, they're a little more rare around here. I mean, they're around, but they're also not everywhere either. So that's a cool little catch there. I don't catch too many where I live, just nice and convenient like that. That's a cool fish. Hang on. All right, got ourselves a pretty nice black drum. Probably 15, 20 pounds maybe. It's been attacked by somebody in the past. But yeah, it's kind of cool, right? Alrighty. Always like it when one of those guys show up. You know, it's hard to say, like, where do they come from, right? I mean, obviously they come from the water, but, you know, didn't really, surprised it took me that long to get a bite from one of them. Some people eat them, but the little, like, 3 to 5 pounders are the good ones to eat. Honestly, I was bouncing that crab a bunch, like, kind of light jigging it. Let's go back to that then. All right, let me just see if I got any heavier bottom sweepers here. Hang on. Hoping I do. Before we wrap this up. Maybe like a 2 ounce here. I don't know if I have any 2 ounce ones with me. I'm gonna try to drift and jig. Black drum aren't as like particular as sheepshead. They'll hit a moving jig a little. They're more likely to. It's always better to be stationary, but I don't have an anchor. That's not safe. So let me just drift and bounce. All that for another oyster toad. Cool. fish are strong in the current, man. Another one gone. Got a longer leader. Only thing is, you know, you add more leader. I'll try it. I ran out of bait, but I'll try the tough tugger once. Drift with that. Hang on. Got Liberty coming down right now. Pretty cool looking ship out there though, right? It's a really big fish, man. Caught a Kobe a few years ago. I don't know. Never know. It's part of the joy. Could be a black tip shark. Some of that tough tugger. It's not the strongest hook, so. Oh man. Big fish, man. I think that's a black drum, man. I don't know. We'll see. Oh, man. I think that's a black drum. Let me just shut up. Jeez. I think I'm stopping this one. Jeez. He's gonna get me. Any line here? Whew, getting old. Oh, red drum. Damn, that thing kicked my butt. That was a long fight, Mama. I ate that tough tugger. It's a really nice fish right there, man. Thought that was going to be a black drum. He kept me down the whole fight. You're right. That's a big girl. Let's leave her in the water. That was a little bit longer of a fight than I think I'd like to have had, so let's go, pal. See that tail? Dang, that was a beast. It's a thermoplastic. I have it rigged on a 1 ounce Berkeley Fusion jig head. So hawk, you know, you don't want to do too much huffing and puffing. 30-pound leader. That's a Penn Slammer with that X braid on it. It's a really good braid. The water's, 74 right now, so it is on the warmer side. So I kind of want to just take it a little easier on them. I don't want to didn't need to take that one out of the water. Relief right there in 25 feet. We went over some rocks here. Let's see. That's really what I'm looking for. So I gotta take like a 10-mile drift day all through like a lot of these mid-range depths and look at stuff again. It's been a few years. You never know. Like getting that black drum. Current's so strong, it's just hard for a kayak. It's not like the Chesapeake Bay. It has strong current, but there's bridges and so much stuff in the Chesapeake here. It's pretty wide open, so it's a big fish. Beast. I can't fish long. It's too hot. I'm on this EPDL today in this environment. Total overkill. All right, but yesterday, kind of blew my mind. Sweet, first bluegill. Need him. We use these guys for bait for sure. Where do I think we should drop? Flathead. I think. Is Gar? Still alive, wow. Got some bait here. Brim goes down. Brim down. Alright, this ain't a numbers spot. We're in a big fish spot right now. See if we can make that happen. Big fish. Holy smokes. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That's a big fish. Just want to see him. Whew. Is that a gar? A gar, isn't it? No, it's a big flathead. Big flathead, dude. Whew. Yo, we're going. What a ride. Yeah. Oh, dude, look at this beast. Oh man. Oh man. Let's get on the bank with this fish, man. That is my largest flathead. Oh, whew. One bite kind of day. A big one right there, man. Yeah! Oh, oh man. Holy smokes, man. Yo! That's a good flathead, man. I can barely lift him up. But I think that's a good fish, right? I don't know. I haven't held too many fish this heavy in my life. So, you know, a couple of 50-pound class drum, etc. So, gosh, what a monster! Look at that head! Oh my goodness! Wow! All right, it's too hot. I can't fish past 10 o'clock right now. The chub rub has begun. If you don't know what that is. No, I wouldn't eat fish from where I'm at today. Unfortunately, there's some PFAS, good old PFAS dumping nearby, but I'm sweating through everything right now. So let's get out of here. Got to know when to call it quits on a one and done kind of day. That's the good kind of one and done. So 1-inch gulp minnows. This has been like the hottest week I've had around here. Boy, it's quiet out here. Oh no. It's a catfish. based on that slime. Got some marks here on the bottom. Let me see what these are. There's no current today. Good gracious, what am I hooking on these little gulp minnows out here? Going this way. It's gotta be a gar. Oh goodness. He's gonna want to jump, isn't he? I think it's a bowfin. I left my net behind. No. Gar. I snagged him. What an amateur. It's the first time I've snagged a gar in my life, actually. No, you can't. You've got pretty tough armor, so it's not something that happens too often, is my guess. Got some bluegills. Alright. Use these guys for bait. It's kind of the plan. Biggest fish on the hottest days, right? Should be something back here somewhere. There's literally gar everywhere. Oh, that sun's coming out though. Or is definitely in the 90s right now. Not any of these guys. Some of these swamps, the flatheads, the flatheads eat all the brim. There's like almost none left by the time those things are done with them. Try this hole here. This looks like it might have a flathead. 15 feet. Nice cut in the river bend. Before this freaking bluegill dies on me. I don't think one's in this hole. 15 foot, it looked great. I don't think he's in there. All right, we're deep. At least we got 2 baits. It's better than none. What is that? Oh, it's a channel cat. Gross. Can't use him. So maybe I can. Yeah, I'll try using him. Little channel cat this size. I'll give him a try. I feel like the flatheads kill these things too. Alright, I'm gonna make a move. There's a couple of deep trees up here. I'm gonna give this a try. Caught them flatheads last week here, so. I've always heard flatheads eat the channel cats, so we'll see if that's any true at all. It's really hot out today. I think I picked the big flathead here a month ago. Let's see if there's one here today. A little of everything. All the emotions are going to come together here, especially after yesterday. Well, there's a lot of marks here. Fish are using this deep water today already. First drop I made. Definitely that bluegill got nervous. Nothing happened. Here there's no current at all, but we'll see. Maybe that's still going to still get a bite even without current. Bad. Gotta go away from the structure, not into it. Right? Oh, turn you loose. Got him. Let's see. Oh, it's a big fish. Biggest fish on the hottest days. You know the drill. Oh, we went to a real heavier setup because I lost a couple of these fish. After seeing that last one, yeah. Yeah, that's a good one. Yes, indeed. Flatten around. Okay. Having a blast learning all this. Pretty good one. Yeah, that was a battle, man. You had me up in that tree. And there you go. It's a pretty good flathead. It's got a ton of fish in him. I know you're supposed to fish at night. That's what everyone's saying. Everyone's telling me I should be fishing at night more, but I like this. Cool. I don't seem to like the channel cats here. Might be a different a regional thing. Bluegill were bust, my friends. Signing out from the coastal rivers. There's links in the video description. Gear I use. Okay guys, let's do a little bridge fishing session. We haven't done this in a little while. It's always a good time. Got a relatively short weather window today. Probably got 3 hours to fish is my guess. Gonna throw some jigs on the bridge. Hoping we can just do a little bridge mix bag, catch a couple fish. Just got over here, I'm scoping it all out. Have not been here in a few years. Let's start by throwing some jigs and seeing what bites. Can't make them eat what they don't want to eat. Started with this. Let's take that off. Put that to the side. Let me try Mackinaw shad. These are the 3/8 ounce inshore max. Might have some drum here. Definitely a couple different fish. Floundered for sure. Add some scent and fire away. Take me to your croaker. Oh yes. That is the sand bass, not the black sea bass. That is a sand bass. Kind of cool. Oh, I got some life here though. Oh, check out my dink. Dink speckled trout. I think this is a 1-year-old fish, actually. Yeah, I think we're covered up in these little guys right here. Ooh, what do we got? Good fish on the drop. Oh, flounder pounder. Unfortunately, closed season on this guy. I probably wouldn't even be a keeper. Just out of curiosity. Yeah, he's like 16. Not bad. Gonna try to adapt quickly here just in case stuff decides to form on our heads, because there's a couple signs pointing to a bittersweet end to this trip prematurely. Something good there. That was on a voodoo shrimp. Flounders. Some, 17, 18. August 15th we could keep them. Got him. What's that? Oh, that's not a bad one. I'll take that. Voodoo shrimp fish there. Okay. Oh, gotta fix that when we get home. Okay. That's not bad. All right, check it out. This guy ate the voodoo shrimp. Doing some vertical jigging now. All right, that's not a bad speckled trout. Let's get him out of here. I like speckled trout, but I think I'd normally keep them if the water was a little cooler. It's the problem this time of year is that these trout, they get mushy. I mean, I gotta keep them real cold. All right, that's the lure he ate. It's a 3-inch voodoo shrimp, I think. Small profile though, yeah, definitely. This thing looks pretty cool. Yeah, I only found pinfish in the deeper stuff right now, but who knows? Really, who knows? A couple of fish, some decent ones. Yep. Geez Louise. Hey, these aren't bad. It's a pretty good sized fish, actually. Exciting. Wet hands, wet kayak. These fish do just fine. Fish the Savage Gear shrimps a lot by me, but I seem to like those a little bit where there's less current. Right here I'm pitching this thing. Yeah, that's not bad. Little 3-inch voodoo shrimp. Fishing this on a Penn Battalion fast action rod. I've got 10-pound braid on here. I think my leader is 15. 10 feet. I like it. Ooh. These are all southern flounder, not fluke. Whoop, 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 whoop. Or summers. shit, that's a fish. That's the one I want. Something good there. Hell yeah, guys. Hell yeah. Good fish. He ate the voodoo shrimp quite a bit away from this bridge. Oh shit. Nowhere near it, rather. Just want to keep this one on. See a bridge mo. Oh my god, that's the biggest sheep's head I've ever caught on artificial. By far, guys. By far. That's insane. That's so insane, guys. He ate the voodoo shrimp. I can't even tell you that. I can't believe he ate a shrimp. A voodoo shrimp. Oh my gosh. Insanity. Insanity. Crazy. That's a stud for an artificial. Wow. That's insane. That's insane. I can't believe that. I can't believe that. How big is that sheep? Let's see. I can't believe that. That's 20. Oh my gosh, he's folding my board over. Just about 24 inches on artificial. That is so crazy. All right, I usually don't keep fish this big, but I fucked with this guy for too long, so we're gonna keep this sheep's head. That hook was jammed in there so deep, so I gotta keep him. A 24-inch sheep's head on artificial. That doesn't happen often. You get some smaller ones, but dude, that thing, first of all, he thumped it. Oh, that was the coolest thing ever. I thought that was gonna be a drum, actually, of all things, but that was super cool. Voodoo shrimp, man. Whew. There it is. That's what he ate. See that little thing? Oh, we gotta go buy some more on the way home. He was kind of away from the bridge. I was chunking blue crabs like a goog, and I couldn't get bit. It's funny how that works out. I'm gonna make one more cast, then we're out of here. Oh, we can't keep flounder, but if I can catch sheep's head on artificial all summer of that magnitude, I'll never ever complain. Ooh, what a hit! Flounder, another voodoo shrimp fish. Oh, it's a flounder. Good fishing, man. Fishing. Not bad. In case you were wondering, well, would he make his triumphant return in this video? Oh, he did. Okay, guys, look at that nice morning. We're gonna do some deep water jigging. Fishing like 30 to 100 feet of water. We're up in the Finger Lakes region of New York. Gonna target a bunch of different fish. I've got Meg behind me. Today, we're just gonna focus on jigging and see what bites. We're just gonna start casting some shads. I haven't done this fishing in about 2 years, so to me, there's not too much that's going through my head, except looking for a fishy area and just starting to plug away. Basically gonna blind luck this one. Let's see if this happens. What we're gonna do, so you can kill the motor. I'll just cast a couple feet. I'm gonna count to about 10, so let it get to the bottom. We're kind of shallow here, 30, 32 feet, something like that, 30 to 32. We'll go a little deeper probably in a few. And as soon as it hits bottom, I'm just gonna start a steady reel. That's it. And just cover a couple areas. I got one. I got one, baby. I don't know what it is. It's not very big, but I'll take it. I've got no clue what I got. Almost feels like an oyster toadfish. Oh, it's a little lake trout. Lake trout. It's kind of shallow. Want to come see? He was in about 50 feet, maybe 45. Yeah, it wasn't that deep.
Should I kill the engine now?
Yeah. So with these guys, you want to wet your hands.
Okay.
You see how he's like super crazy? Yeah, they're like.
Is this what was eaten under the dock?
No.
Oh my gosh, it's so pretty.
This is a trout. No.
Oh, it's not. Oh wow.
This is a lake trout. It's a normal size one. They get way bigger than this though. We'll put him back.
His spots are pretty. Bye, buddy.
See like this big cloudy looking thing on there? That's probably a school of bait. Like if you just see like a
Like it's a big rainbow thing?
it's just like a blob like shows up.
Okay, that's what I'm thinking.
That's okay too, that's good. Usually the fish are around those too. But when you see like a single line that's like kind of like off the bottom or just like somewhere in that zone that looks different, that's probably a single fish. So unlike the sheep's head and the red drum and the speckled trout, these fish are just gonna keep like kind of swimming around this like certain depth, and they're kind of pretty much consistently on the move. Oh, I missed the hookup. I decided to go a little shallower, like 25 now. I got a good fish on here. Yeah, that's what I said. Come shallow. I just got one 25. Oh, I got a big one. And he's got a lamprey on him. Oh, it's a brown trout. Big brown trout. And he's got a lamprey. Oh, we're going to do some surgery. Come check this out. You have to come. This is the craziest thing you're going to ever see. He's got that eel on him that I was telling you about. It's a beautiful brown trout. It's called a lamprey. Oh, he let go. See?
Oh my god.
See him?
What is that? Ew.
You see, it's all nasty looking.
Yeah.
So see the lamprey attached. I want to see if you can see his mouth. Look how crazy his mouth is. Hang on. So that's a brown trout, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, that's very pretty.
Look at the eel. See his mouth.
Gosh.
Look at its mouth. It's insane.
Oh, I see. He just sucked down on him. That's so cool. Weird. Why do they?
They see, he latches to the fish and drains his blood like a vampire. I mean, uses his nutrients. We can keep one brown trout for my dad. That's a good size one.
Oh my god.
So yeah.
That's crazy.
So that's a brown trout.
I can see him.
Yeah. Let's see if we can get that thing out of there.
So it's like a leech, kind of?
It's like a scary, yeah. It's invasive too. So this thing, we got to kill it because they're bad. We don't want these. I have no idea what's the right way to kill them. I'm just gonna go savage here. See his mouth? It's like, this is like horror movie stuff.
That scared the crap out of me.
That's horror
god.
movie stuff.
Ugh.
That's insanity.
Ugh.
Yeah.
What would it do if it, like, got us?
I don't know.
Ugh.
I'm gonna get that on the YouTube camera there. You guys see that? How insane that looks? 23 inches.
Cool.
My biggest is about 31. Yeah, but that's a nice fish.
We get fat, yeah.
Yeah. That's gonna be what we'll eat for lunch. Okay. The lampreys are invasive to this part of New York, and I think they're in all the Finger Lakes, maybe most of the Finger Lakes. Don't quote me on that. The Great Lakes, they're definitely a problem. Some years worse. They'll attach onto those salmonoids and make them their host. It's pretty crazy stuff, man. Nice and steady. Just keep them on there, okay? That hook's in there. Now he's gonna run when he gets to the kayak. They go crazy. I'm coming, I'm coming. Is that a lake trout? Yeah, that's okay. Was it the same fish I had or a different one? Got her up around sunrise because supposed to get some thunderstorms. I'm guessing the fish will bite, you know, maybe not sunrise, but early morning's probably better than anything is my guess. So I'm just cruising around now looking for a couple fish on my little screen. Find bait? I guess there should be some fish on bait. That's crazy, that lamprey though. I killed him back there. Give Meg a trolling plug so she can kind of just troll around. She had a lot of follows, but short strikes, couple bites. But we're hitting that midday point. Maybe she'll have some more luck trolling. Got him right at the kayak to hit it. Nice brown. Ooh. That's a cute one. Ice brown. He came and like, oh man, they've been like messing with me for a few minutes here. He ate a Mackinaw, that's a 1 ouncer. I think I convinced him out of about 45 feet or so. Cool. I don't know if this stuff's making a difference or not, but I'm gonna put it on there anyway. The other one I missed definitely was a nicer fish. That one took some drag on me. Perhaps the endangered white claw. He's got zebra mussels on it. It's kind of cool to see zebra mussels growing on a white claw though. Got him. Got one. Something big. I don't know. Doing a little cast and blast. I don't know what I got here. It feels pretty nice. Oh, I got chungus. Got me a big boy. I don't know. Do I got what this takes? Oh my gosh, he's going crazy on me right now. He doesn't want to come in. It's a big one. Cool. It's a nice one, huh? Oh, check him out. That's a fat brownie. Guys, we're gonna keep one more brown trout here. Another 23. All right, check out that butterball here. I think these fish primarily feed on alowives and gobies. Pretty sick girth on them. 3 brown trout for me. Missed a couple. Had a bunch of falls. Fish were very keep away. Fishing somewhere new this morning. We're gonna target some fluke and maybe weak fish. That's kind of what I asked Nate for. I was like, hey, do you know where we could catch a couple weak fish this year? And I had my spots, but honestly I had a moon tide, so I wasn't too confident in them. And I needed to wait maybe for an afternoon tide. So right now I'm gonna fish some of these rocks in front of me here. Could be some triggerfish and weak fish on these. Fluke.
They usually fish in the back.
Gonna make some lemonade. This looks pretty good for speckled trout. If we had speckled trout where I'm fishing. See 21 feet right here?
Yeah.
I see that current hitting a rock right here. But they were somewhere else. It does. Not a bad one. I don't think we're keeping any fish this morning unless we gut hook something. But no, I'm not gonna keep one. I'm just curious. Guessing he's probably 18 and a half. He's right about there. Hate that gulp paddle shad. It's not a bad start though, man. But yeah, definitely over 19. 19 and a half. There's a half-ounce jig head on there. That's the start for the day. Summer flounder. Oh, Nate's on a good one, I think. Sweet. Well, it's my last day fishing, so like I said, I don't have ice on me. At the end of the day, if we gut hook 1 or 2 fish, they'll come home, but I think I want to release right now. I use that little loop knot because you know what? Some of these gulp products do have some stiff tails. You add that loop knot, it'll give them a little bit more wiggle. So that's already exciting if I got one at this part of the tide. Small is sometimes key, man. We learned that in Panama, Costa Rica, so many places you learn this sort of stuff. It's like if they're really feeding on small baits, give them small bait. Of course he mugs me as soon as I catch my first one. Got my tail munched off, so it seems like there's a lot of puffer fish and small critters here. And I'm feeling nostalgic fishing with gulp, man, because I really haven't fished gulp in a long time, so I am on the nostalgia train right here. So pick that fluke right where the rocks meet the sand. That's typical. Seems like the current changed already from when I caught that first fish, though.
Yeah, it's picking up.
Yeah, it's like, and the seam seems to be changing a little bit. Just hang out in 18 feet here for a minute and see what happens. Just got that one fluke there, so I think I'm gonna drift back into this little rip. Watch Nate lose one on the swing, guys. Here we go. Oh, you got it.
Not too big, probably 17, 18.
Drop my jig into this 25-foot hole, and this is what I hooked. I think he's brown. I'm going with large and brown.
Come on, now you gotta show him on the camera. That'll be 500,000.
It's coming up. Going with large and brown on this one. As long as maybe he's the right kind of brown. I doubt he's a cobia though. That doesn't feel like what a cobia fight's like. I'm gonna lose camera battery on this one, I know it. It looks too big to be cow nose. Cow nose ain't that big. Let's go, come on. Oh, it's a giant, it's one of these giant southern rays, I think. I just gotta look at it. If I can. What's that? Yep, I think that's what I'm gonna do. Oh, he gone. Whew, broke 20-pound leader there. 20-pound braid right there. I think that was a southern ray. I thought it might have been a sand tiger, but I couldn't get a good look. I saw some huge wings. Whew. Sometimes you pick up those giant rays in the wings. It's been a while since I've done that, but yeah, those little 1X hooks he'll be fine. They'll rust out in a few days, that black nickel hook. So I'm pretty sure that's what that was. So all right, let's re-rig and see what else we can find out here. I mean, I didn't get a good look at them. I've caught sand tigers jigging occasionally, but I think that was a ray after I got one decent look at them.
Good, I caught another fluke.
All right, I'm gonna head up there. I gotta re-rig this guy though.
Crazy how that beam sets up there though. Dumping out, keeping incoming.
All right, I'm ready. Dang, that thing's moving. That is a fast party boat. Dang, he must have been going, what, 25? Wow. All right, that moon tide's ripping there, so I suggesting we hit some corners and pockets, maybe some docks. Pufferfish torture out here, man. I was hoping those Z-Mans would hold up, but it doesn't seem like they really do either. How big of a profile do you need that they won't touch? Something here. Fluke. Not bad. This one was on the whiptail. Pufferfish are relentless though. Trying to figure out a profile size that they won't immediately just be like pop, 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 pop. Not getting harassed as much on a 6-inch. I mean, he did get that fluke on the 6-inch just now. Oh, that's a good one. Nice fish. Whiptail shad. It's not as big as I thought. Got a little excited on that hook set. Feels great to set the hook. Man, you know what is, I had a pile of grass on the jig, so when I set the hook into this fluke, it was much bigger than that. Look at the puffer fish. Look at the damage those things do. All right, but it seems like the 6-inch baits are not getting torn up as bad, so stick with them for a few drifts, I think. Simmer down. That one's probably a keeper, actually. It's gonna be real close if he's not. That's definitely a keeper. What do you think? We got more time out here?
I mean, we can keep that fish.
I'm gonna let him go. It's all right. We'll get one more. As I say that, and we don't get one more. What did he do? What did he do? Put back a 19-inch fluke, and I'm thinking to myself, well, we got some more time out here. I bet you that wind's gonna kick up hard south right now. And yeah, that's gonna be that. That was another fluke right there. That whiptail shad's holding up a little bit better. Using this Procure Menhaden again, this definitely makes a difference. This bite's turning on pretty good. Getting pretty good on the whiptail right now. This one's probably about 16 inches. That's that Spin Fisher 2500. Here's 20-pound braid on here, and that's the Fenwick HMG from the other video. It's a great little combo, man. Spin Fishers have been holding up really well. I've had this Spin Fisher now for 4 years. The new Spin Fishers are out at 6. There's one. There's one. Nice one right there. Tight quarters on these docks, man. guess he's gonna be like 24, 25 inches. It's a good one, man. Right, structure fish, summer flounder. All right, it's a 25 inch flounder. Gonna send him back. That was awesome. What a nice fish. Plucked a 25 incher out of those rocks, man. That was cool. Nice fish, man. You know, we want one for dinner, but I don't need it. You know, we're gonna be eating just today. So don't need a big one, man. It's not really a priority to kill the biggest one we can get. Just one. Just enjoying myself out here. Beautiful day to go fishing. Throw some jigs around. So that would be my third keeper. I will keep my fourth one. How's that sound? Nice. That's not too bad. Let's take a measurement of him. He's 18. Okay. Just shy of keeper. Fun to fish an area that's new, but it's like kind of familiar at the same time. Like I've never fished here before, so. Chatterbait. Chatterbait and a diesel minnow. That works great too. $18 inches again. That wind definitely kicked up quite a bit. Swing them in. Chatterbait gets thumped pretty good too. Sure hope that gulp floats right now, because it's gone. No! It's a bad decision on my part to leave a tub of gulp on the edge of the boat like that. Dumb. Hopefully it'll wash up for somebody. All right, let's keep that fish. It's just about 19 inches. All right, well, I feel really dumb. When I went to swing this 19 incher in, I knocked over a tub of gulp I had on the rail here. And I thought it would be buoyant for a second, I guess it's not. Really dumb. But I guess worse things have happened, so. Show you an honest mistake, right? You know, people are gonna be upset that I really didn't mean for that to happen. This would be 4 for my limit, so if I was keeping every fish, I just need 1 for dinner. So that ate a chatterbait. Those chatterbaits work great in the south for flounder, so I was like, oh, let me try it here. It seems like they work pretty good here too. So let me bleed this guy out, and then we're gonna go fillet him and get out of here. A lot of fun.
I think
you want another one?
Good way to end the day.
You want to keep another one, or are you good?
Nah, I'm good.
We're gonna make lunch, and then we're gonna, until next time, New York. There's that guy who could do this in 20 seconds. If you haven't done it in 1 year, yeah, it's okay. You don't gotta impress nobody.
You always take the belly out first?
Yeah. You go the other way?
Yeah, but I do it different. I do it in 4 pieces, not
I only do
2.
the really big ones in 4 pieces.
Yeah.
Yeah, like after 5 pounds, I start to do it like that. The smaller ones I like to do like this. I usually cut that part out, the belly. I don't eat that belly. You eat the belly strips? I don't like them. This one, it's like really strong. Take one of those sort of preparations.
Yeah.
Yep. Never underestimate the paper bag. All right, 2 good looking fillets right there.
So why are the colors different on the two? Is it just the color of the skin, basically?
I would think so. I do notice that this tide does taste a little stronger.
Yeah.
If you ever notice this, sometimes do.
Yeah.
And if this fish was a little bit bigger, we'd take out the cheeks. But for this size 19-inch fish, yeah, it's not worth it. Usually around 23 inches plus, this is worth the effort. But let's thank this fluke for providing us a great lunch today. It's much appreciated.
It's gonna be a good sandwich.
Cheese on a fish sandwich, Nate. Yes, yeah. No? Oh, I got a yes in the other room. Saltwater Sportsman editor. It's behind the scenes as cameraman.
Oh, that's good.
Things sorted away at home. Yeah, look at all this junk. This is life on the road. Some of it's Nate's though. But this is a great trip. It's as good as I was hoping it was going to be. Sometimes you overhype what you're making based on a memory. That was good. Thanks to everybody who watched. Check the video's description, links to everything used from fishing tackle and all that. Jerry, what's the shark ratio?
Come on, man. It is so bad.
50 to 1, 100 to 1.
Keep them away.
All right, lots of sharks still in my situation. I think I'm gonna.
Elias will find them though. He always does.
I think I'm gonna go far away from the bait today. This is kind of rare. I'm gonna be able to fish an afternoon this time of year. Usually we have southwest winds and got a strange pattern of north winds in the almost towards summertime. So I'm gonna take advantage of it. This is crazy for this time of year to get these sorts of weather windows. Very unusual. I'll definitely take it though, right? I ain't gonna sit around elsewhere. Gotta avoid the sharks. You heard the deal. So I will carefully skim pods of bait before committing. Those are sharks for sure. These birds over here might be something else. It doesn't look like sharks to me, guys. Oh, they didn't bite whatever I just decided to throw at them, so that's already a good sign. Okay, those weren't sharks. Those could have been albies. Who knows what that was? I got a huge school of birds down here. Let's go check this out. These are small Spanish mackerel. The first ones I passed up, I think, were far larger than what's under these birds. So first error is I went to the birds thinking I was going to be as easy as it gets for me, which you might in a second, but I passed up probably some larger size fish by accident. Let's see. This is bluefish. Oh, maybe that's what I saw blowing up, was a couple larger bluefish. That's possible. What's this? A bluefish? Yeah, that's not too bad. Spanish. Guess the ones I don't hook too badly I'm going to put back. I'm probably going to keep some fish, but I've got a long day ahead and rather not have them turn to mush into the cooler. In the cooler, that's how you don't catch a single one for the rest of the day, right? I think there's some mixing of different types of fish around. So this is a really small Spanish mackerel. Okay, but I'm seeing less sharks today, and that's already a good thing, if you ask me. Single hook. Let's see. Settle in first. I mean, there could be albies. There could be a lot of stuff that's around, right? drop that one. Oh, there we go. First break off. Knew that was coming. Something that's those bigger ones again. But yeah, we just got a bite here. Oh. So this would be a week later from the last where I was covered up in sharks. I literally, I don't know, I saw that the surf was really nice and I said, all right, we'll just try it. I didn't really pack for a particular strategy of live bait fishing or whatever it ends up being. Really good. I mean, there is quite a bit of bait coming around in some of these areas right now, so not really in too much of a particular rush to get anywhere. Funny classy. Caught him. Nice fish. Bluefish. Could be a gray trout or weak fish. My next guess. It's not a bad one. He's gonna get his freedom. See ya. Oh, it's a look down. Pretty cool. It's a look down, right? Yeah. Haven't caught too many of these here. Wish a little bigger it'd be. Chomp, chomp, chomp that on my end. Bay water for sure. Not the worst I've seen, but oh, moving fast, I know that. These are albies. Oh my gosh, they are on like, what kind of bait is this that I'm struggling to catch these things on? This is so hard. It's gotta be like the smallest glass minnows ever. That guy was throwing his cast net over them. But, you know, that's how it goes. I think these are albies. They're moving too weird to be anything else. I think these are false albacore. They were way too fickle. So I think I'm about to get kind of like a turn from the east-southeast. Hopefully it doesn't get too wicked too fast here. Maybe I can catch a couple before this wind really gets going. The smallest jig I had in the bag, so. Yeah, these are moving really fast, man. Really fast. There he is. Yeah, that's something bigger. Carolina's a funny place sometimes, right? It's gonna be fun on this little fuego. I mean, I guess it could still be Atlantic bonito around, but I don't think so. Got all these birds working up there. Good thing is, unless it gets really bad, we're okay because we don't have any surf today. So hopefully this is gonna hold on for a while. Fat Albert's a really cool target from the kayak. Woo-hoo-hoo! They're fun game fish, really are. Then Albie, yeah. Bonita, right? You ever hear that? Yeah, that's a bonita. It's fun. Thanks, dude. Let's see, we'll get it. There they are. Sweet. Maybe they're gonna stick up with a little bit of this wind. Tide line is really important for them to stick to an area and eat food though. Boom, out of nowhere, east wind. Well, there they are. Coming back at me. Faster, faster, Elias. No, I'm too slow. Oh, that's a mackerel. Those are it's like a mix, Spanish and... Oh, there's one, there's one, there's one. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. This is cool. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Dang! Wow, 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 wow. Gotta turn around. That's so fast. I think I'm about to get trolled over though. Man, it's getting nasty out though. Gonna get trolled over here. Cool, man. Oh, that's cool. That little hardtail jig. Gotta get careful here, dude. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be able to fish this any longer. I can't ever see these fish come up anymore. I'm trying to follow the birds a little bit, but they're just not giving me a good enough indication, honestly. I wish they were. Those albies were real fickle. But seeing that, I'm gonna prepare differently for tomorrow. Do a little bit of that casting thing. It gives me a little optimism what to try tomorrow. So let me get myself back to the beach and let's think about that. Live and learn. See what tomorrow does. I got home at 4 o'clock, I looked at the wind gauge and it laid back out. So probably just had to tough it out for another hour or two, and then I would have had a really nice, probably evening bite. Live and learn. I was worried about that to start. I was gonna have some of that chocolate milk here. Oh, that's nice. Got the drain plug open to my cooler bag. It's just sucking in a ton of water probably. Some of that could be fish too, obviously. I'm tempted. I wonder if I just troll the whole first trough, the whole beach. You know, there's not anyone fishing on the beach, so I could probably do it, and it's calm enough. I wonder if you catch like speckled trout and ladyfish, stuff like that. It's kind of an interesting idea, honestly, if you ask me. Yeah, after 25 feet, it's gonna get real bumpy, I think. So we ain't getting too much mileage out today, I think. But just do a nice long run. Oh. So I was suggesting we should just do a nice long run along the beach, see what comes up. Oh, never mind. Okay, Spanish mackerel. Okay, that's the sign. Might be a mid-morning bite, I don't know. I didn't keep anything yesterday. Staying home the next few days, so keeping a few fish today. Seeing a few birds up here. Wish I saw some surface life, man. I missed a couple bites. They all felt like that smaller size Spanish mackerel though. Guess it's all about direction of cast, huh? It's actually a pretty good fish. Need to cast into this slick water. Might be all I needed. It's a better fish. This is a small king. It's very possible. Just a better Spanish. Nice. Yeah, that's a pretty nice. Oh, they're going ham. They're going ham. That's a nice Spanish, actually. Look at that one. Yeah, boy. Busting up hard right now. Nice. Oh, we're gonna. That's a good one. Yeah, cool. I'll take that. Nice start. Good size Spanish mackerel right there. I don't know, I just had an instinct. I saw some slick water, cast it, and this thing ate it immediately. That's a good size Spanish mackerel. Move over, sharks. See, the problem, you definitely can't cast that into the wind. I'm trying to figure out what was holding it. Was that just luck? It couldn't be. I feel like I picked up on something. My spidey senses, and it's like this isn't quite a tide line. It's like some slick water. I don't know if it's bait that's making it so slick, but this might be another nice one of these bigger Spanish again. Bluefish. Okay. Bite. And if this weather just keeps getting worse, I want to make this next hour count. hold out some hope. That was fast, but I usually don't catch too many sharks going that fast, but could be one. I think that's a shark. About as tight as I should go on those hooks. Oh, pulled them. I think that was a shark. Bust up a hook. Yeah. All right. Let's take this plug off, move on to the next one. Maybe that was just luck of the draw, man. I don't know how I blind casted that Spanish of size like that. Smaller Spanish. I was on that epoxy jig, Mighty Fish jig. They're not as big as what. Oh, we gotta keep them. Conditions let me cast more. I'm looking for. Good size Spanish. Not quite as big as the first one, but that is still a good one. Probably one more. Bluefish. Haven't seen as many of these lately. It's cool to see there's still a few around. Oh, thank you for the single hook right there, man. That's gonna make my life easy. Chomp. Chomp. Definitely lively today, far more than the other day. I'll have to follow. There he is. Nice Spanish. It was kind of fun, a lot of action. I don't know if I want to really stick around for a whole lot longer. I'm going to do a few passes trolling. What's this? Another bluefish. Hopefully it's going to be a lively summer. It's a pretty good sign, just in general. Troll up some live baits, honestly, today, considering that shark situation. Could jump on the beach here in a minute. These are called the Mighty Fish Hardtails. They do ride very high in the water column. They aren't good for deep jigging, but they troll really well, and they come with these BKK inline hooks. Pretty solid. You do miss more fish with the inlines, but one bite on that, I think it was a shark. I don't know, pulled the hook on them. It's pretty good too. I always kind of like these rip stops. They have a real thin profile. I got to put some new hooks on that. Rappalas are a little on the fragile side though. All these thinner plugs always seem to do really well for the mackerels and stuff like that. Anything that really could pick up that glass minnow profile. All right, let's fillet this guy up. Keep him well iced, you'll get pretty fillets out of them. Totally different fish after like 3.5 pounds. Just such a different yield. In terms of my favorite knife for mackerel, it's this. I think this is a 9-inch Dexter, or it's an 8. It's an 8-inch one. Just seems to really work well with these fish. Having the right knife does seem to make a difference. Talk is cheap. Let's see if we can do the same thing on the other side. We tried our best. Okay, so just removed all the bones from the belly, and that's where the pin bones stop, right there. All right, boneless Spanish mackerel. Probably should be using sea salt instead of kosher salt. Kosher salt's gonna be very strong, so this is gonna be a really quick salt cure. So this is gonna be about, I'm gonna go an hour. So not very long at all. Okay, so this is going to be kind of like a rice vinegar cure, shimasaba. I've had it once, a long time ago, but I've never tried to do it myself. So, salt cure on the mackerels, dry them off, and then we're going to make like a potion, mix of rice vinegar and mirin and seaweed, sugar. Should be good, I hope. Okay, so this is kombu kelp. I've never used this before, so I hope I'm not overdoing it. We'll find out. See if this gives a little extra flavor. Some fresh, thinly sliced ginger. Okay, so this is gonna be interesting. So here we go. I don't know how much vinegar we're gonna need. And a little bit of rice wine. So all things I'm not used to. Okay, it's been 1 whole hour. Let's see. So this time I don't think we're rinsing, we're just gonna pat it dry. It's probably one of those things that tastes better the next day too. But I was a big fan of the salt cure. Yeah, all right, so I just topped it with some sesame seeds and a little bit of sumac. Thanks, Will Leva, Cooking with Clams. Not the fanciest, I'm not not really. This one's interesting. This didn't look appetizing when I pulled it out ready for prep. So I think most of the preps are going to be with Boston mackerel. Boston mackerel can have cod worms in them though, the spaghetti worms. If you like your steaks well done, this isn't right for you, etc. No runny eggs. I like my eggs kind of runny, so I've messed with Spanish mackerel quite often and never got sick. I get sick from food in the grocery store more than I do with my own fish, right? Ooh. That was a lot better than it looked. Welcome, guys. Headed off the beach right now. It's been very hot. I don't know if I can last out here past 10 a.m. I don't know if it's a combination of me getting old or the heat being just that bad this year. Probably not gonna be great, being that the heat is on and anything we drop to the bottom in most good spots are gonna have flounder. So we're probably gonna try, you know, bottom that's not that great if we're gonna do any kind of jigging, so we don't catch flounder everywhere. Just see what we can find. Barracuda, really a common summer fish. There might be some mackerel, etc. So let's see what happens. Probably gonna stick to silly fish, and if I can find any surface life on top, that's what I'm gonna end up doing today. So yeah, I don't know. This stuff might have sharks on it. It might have drum. Might just have flounder on it. It's not very heavy structure, so I typically don't catch too many flounder here, but go flounder. Something down there. Ate my jig. Feels like a shark. You get sharks on jigs. Ate halfway down, so I'm guessing this is a shark. Maybe it's a drum that hasn't woken up yet, but I'm going with shark. Yeah, shark. I hate eating my jigs, man. Not cool. Thank you. Aha, so that's what happened. That right there is a threadfin, greenback, whatever you want to call it. I guess I hooked him on the side, and I was bringing him up. Yeah, he got eaten. Oh my gosh, look how many sharks there are here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 sharks on that pigfish there. All right, I think we got to move spots. That's no good. I'm sure he's not going to make it, but lots of sharks out here. I'm going to put this Barracuda tube on right now. These guys are usually pretty cooperative. Sometimes they can be fickle. They're like any other fish. They get weird, but I'm hoping they're going to bite right now. All right, let's throw this tube back out behind us. Somewhere around there. Water bottle. Don't want him green. Barracuda. Pretty cool. See it, pal? There was one. Save a flounder, catch a barracuda. I think there's a school of about 50 on here. I don't think you can get anything past them, probably. That's my guess. Save a flounder, catch a barracuda. Let's do like 100 of them after that. Oh gosh. I think he spit it. Oh, he didn't. Oh, he got me. These barracuda tubes are about 20 inches long. I'm running on that Penn Slammer, and got to use a you also need a ball bearing swivel on these things, otherwise line twist is really unforgiving. And the rod I'm using, this is the Jigging World Night Ranger, 7-foot medium heavy. Looked like there was a school of like 25 to 50 out there, and it seems like the really big ones tend to be solo, like lots of other large top of the line predators. And then as you get into the smaller size class, they tend to be more numerous. They can really take over structure in lots of areas. They have a pretty negative reputation amongst anglers for that reason, because they take over from, you know, a whatever's biting kayak standpoint. Yeah, they're just fine, but you know, if you're really meat hunting, those things can be really problematic for most anglers. See if we can find anything else, but that's not sharks or barracudas. Maybe one thing to take home for dinner, but hey, I got a feeling that might not happen today. Get a long drifting jig. Got the slow pitch tied on, so start with that. I think it's not working as aggressively because it is warm, but we'll see how bad I get flounder going slow. Toadfish on the jig again? Oh, it might be a flounder. On a slow pitch, so yeah, you know they're thick. All right, I'm gonna try one long drift and I'm done. Yeah, there's a ton of these jellyfish. I don't know if you can see them. I mean, they're everywhere. Don't see them too often. The new whiting wagon, a little easier on old man Elias. I've got it rigged up with this tow hitch to my fishing mate beach cart, and it's, you know, perfect to do this. Escape the summer crowd, comfortably going 10 miles an hour. It's about as fast as I could probably go without having stuff fly out of the beach cart. We're having ourselves a great day of fishing so far. You know, there's plenty of great fishing to do on the beach. It could be a crowded beach, it doesn't really matter, but sometimes you want to just be somewhere where you're not in a crowd. Let me give you the short version. I spent about 3 hours just feeding junk fish. It's kind of unusual to have high tide with real dirty water and croakers. I typically do better on this sort of fishing with high water versus low water. Definitely not a fan of dirty water, but let's try it. Don't know till you try. All right, got some pretty good bait right now, so at least I got that going for me. Got an interesting configuration here. I got some fast water here, so I'm guessing it's pretty deep. And I've got your kind of your typical bar. I like those pompano, like that wave action though. All right, let me think on it. I don't know what my schedule's like tomorrow because I got to watch the dog for a little bit. I know that. So I'm like. I might be. Let me go. I got a fish on here. Something decent here. It's a whiting. Nice. It's a good one of these jokers. Alright. Let's see if we start catching a couple. Not bad. Water's cleaning up nicely now. No idea what this is. Could be a ray, man. Starting to feel like a ray to me. Needed that dirty water to move out more than anything. All right. Got one here. Getting a few whiting now. Still a pretty tough bite. Let's get a chunk of mullet back out there, see if we get anything different on that. Might be a pompano. Could be a whiting again. All right, let's take a look. Let's take a look, see what this is. Drum-sized whiting right there. That's a good one right there. Let's get them on ice, probably a 15-incher or so. And let's bait up, get a couple more. Only got room for like 2 or 3 of those whiting in my small cooler. I think I need to figure out a system to keep like, you know, 7, 8 fish. But I'm good. I've been just, you know, catching enough fish every trip that it's not like I need to fill a freezer or anything. So 2 or 3 is just fine. But put 2 in there, those larger ones. We'll leave a little room in case I get a pompano or something like that. See, the e-bike's nice though, especially if you want to just be kind of alone. You can find plenty of good fishing on a crowded beach or just a beach that gets pressure, but sometimes just having that experience of being miles away from people is always nice. I think we got ourselves another good whiting here. Let's bring that down. Part you're not seeing, man, I was fishing in what I call chocolate milk, yoo-hoo, whatever you want to call it. Water was really dirty this morning, which is on high tide as well. I typically prefer high tide for a lot of my, you know, pompano and whiting, whatever I'm trying to do out here. And yeah, funny how it works. Yeah, these are good size now, man. Plenty to fry with right there. All right, let's get them back. Like I said, I want to leave room in the cooler for a couple other fish. So I'm casting over the sandbar right now. Not too far. It's not crazy far to get over that sandbar, but that's where the bait's got to go right now. What was interesting is I hit one patch of dirty water maybe an hour ago. Those blasted croakers showed right back up. So let's get this bait out there. Take it from there. That bar rod on the end has a chunk of mullet on there. Nothing's doing with it. Not a bite, not a stingray, not a shark, nothing. Nice one. You know, I always wondered if you could trap these guys. I think these are called sand crabs, calico crabs. They've got a lot of names. They probably make great drum bait. It seems to always be in the surf zone. So, another day. Is he on there? No, he came off. Dang. Oh, he's on there. Yeah. Bite's not too bad. Another okay one right there. Gonna put him back though. So what I do with these Sputnik weights, when those beads fall off, I put shrink tubing on them. Got one here. Hoping to maybe see a big bluefish on the chunk. We don't get a crazy red drum bite where I live in the spring on the beach. You can get some slot reds for sure, but the red drum bite's definitely more of a fall thing here. No pompano. Back to the drawing board. What I'll do is I'll bring this e-bike to a different beach, somewhere with a little bit more blue water. I'm accepting I'm not going to get a pompano, so I'm going to keep this as my last whiting for the day and start heading back in. Let me show you the rig quickly that I used today. All right, here's the rig. Showed it a couple times recently, but sometimes there's a few people always watching, so hate being repetitive. Got about 18 inches of leader here. This is 20-pound fluorocarbon. This is a number 2 owner Mutu circle hook, a dropper loop to a 2-ounce Sputnik weight, another dropper loop to a barrel swivel. I've got about 12 inches of fluorocarbon leader to my braided line. There's 30-pound spider wire ultra cast on here. I like that spider wire ultra cast for the most part. Suffix 832 and spider wire ultra cast. They're my 2 favorite braided lines for the most part. I forgot to mention another 12 or 14 inches to my second circle hook. And yeah, I'm using light steelhead rods. For this sort of fishing, I really don't need over a 4000 series reel. So having a light rod, you know, there's croakers and chunk fish. I can usually detect those bites pretty easily. So pack up, we got plenty for dinner. We'll try this e-bike on a different beach. First time using it, all rigged up for fishing, so that went well. I didn't fall off it, get hurt, damage it, all that stuff. So easy to get on too, easy. Sometimes when you have like a little bit of incline, it can be hard to get on a bike, especially on a beach, right? All right, so I've been rocking it at about 3 or 4 power. If I didn't have this beach cart, I can go 15, 20 miles an hour, no problem. With the beach cart behind me, 8 to 10 is as fast as I kind of want to rock. You start hitting, you know, patches of footprints, anything bumpy, it's no good. All right, so what I love to do is right now I've got lots of dirty water, so I'm trying to find spots with some cleaner water. Water was dirty everywhere. I'm occasionally seeing some patches of blue water in close, and that's where I had the better bite, honestly. But yeah, let me show you how I got this guy rigged up. So beach cart, got 4 rods, you know, my water, sunblock, whatever. If I had a little bit of terrain, like let's say it was high tide, I had the ride up here, I'd take the weights off because they'll be smacking against the rods. Half a sand flea rake, and I got my 4 rod holders here. I've got them tied on with these little kind of, I picked these up at Home Depot. They're really useful. Basically, they just secure them in there. There's some sort of like bungee cords. And cooler here. And this is kind of just the tackle bag. It's got pliers, rigs, all that stuff. So this is just kind of like the elementary first go at it. I'll probably get a larger cooler. Today was the day, like, let's say I wanted to keep far more fish, right? I only kept 3 fish today. If I wanted to keep like a dozen, yeah, I'd probably need a bigger cooler. You know, most of the time I don't need to keep many fish, but every now and then I do need a little bit extra meat too. So, but yeah, plenty capable, a lot of fun. I'll be using this bike going forward primarily in those surf fishing videos that I'm, you know, doing a little bike fishing, especially as we get into summer. So think it took me a while to, you know, figure out how I like it rigged up. So I think I figured out exactly what I like with it. So let's keep cruising. We'll see how it holds up in time, right? That's always important. Generally with an e-bike on the beach, rinse it off when you get home and hit it with some like dry film, lubricant to make a couple of different ones. I'm looking for sand fleas. That's what I'm really cruising the beach for. Sand fleas can be hard to find in numbers here sometimes. Hopefully this year they'll show up pretty soon. Last year was a little weird because of beach nourishment, kind of inconsistent. Still another good whiting bite, man. Can't beat that. Check the video's description. Links, everything used, rods and reels, and you'll see me on this bike once again shortly, man. It was a good time today. So, guys, appreciate it. Catch up with you on the next. I'm gonna see if the crocodile spoon can still slay in 2022. It's one of the first fishing lures I ever used. Probably caught my first bluefish, my first striped bass, first trout on this lure. Well, let's see. From Hood River, Oregon. I'm guessing from the 1920s or 30s these were introduced. So let's see if we catch anything on them. Until we find some fish, I'm gonna cruise out on some like 30 to 50 foot, maybe 60 foot flats. I'm gonna just troll this XR8 before we get started. Let's see if we catch anything on that. And I'm not seeing much here. All right, let's see. 49 feet, I got a nice screen of bait. I'm gonna drop that croc spoon down. Gonna take a crank off the bottom, just squid this guy. Old school, baby, old school. As soon as I drift into about 60 feet, I'll bring it up on an angle. See if I get bit doing that. Oh, there's one. What happened there? It's almost like a foul hooked him. Or maybe it's a brown salmon, I don't know. Be a real big fish though. It's fighting a little different than a lot of the other fish have been. What do we got here, fellas? Oh, he's silver. It's a lake trout, rainbow trout, awesome. He ate that crocodile spoon. Different fight, different fish. Look at that, beautiful chrome rainbow trout. I crushed the barbs on that croc spoon to make it easier to release fish. No, 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 no. So I'm gonna pull the hooks on him, I guarantee it. I don't guarantee it, but I nearly guarantee I'm gonna lose this fish because he doesn't want to swim towards me. Oh, maybe he's gonna come in there. Oh, we got him. I was nervous, I was sweating bullets with that one, man. It's different than the other ones. I crushed the barbs on these spoons because I thought lake trout were gonna be a handful to handle, but instead of a lake trout, we had ourselves a hammer of a rainbow. All right, guys, kicking it old school crocodile spoon. Rainbow trout, good size one at that. How awesome is that? This guy's sitting in the water. We got a lamprey in the net too. Gonna dispatch that thing quick. All right, killed the lamprey for sure. Get that board wet. As long as everything's wet, I think they usually do fine, right? And it's not hot. See that lamprey just attached right back onto him? It's a 26-incher. Good size fish. And the lamprey has been taken care of. Thanks, buddy. There he goes. Okay, so I did one slight modification to this lure. I crushed those barbs down because I was expecting to catch mostly lake trout, and those are pretty hard fish to handle. That fish hit as that spoon was fluttering down to the bottom. That's why I closed the bail and he was on there. Let's retie. And he had a lamprey. Where to put the lamprey? Yeah, maybe the lamprey fell through the well here. Possible. I killed it, so we know that. But you're supposed to kill them. Oh, there's the lamprey. There it is. And we're gonna get back to fishing here. And it's windy. Right, that's the lamprey right there. So you're supposed to kill these things upon catching them. Somebody said they're actually not, they might not be invasive. Are they native to all these lakes? I don't know. Somebody said they're native. It's a confusing looking thing that went on with them. So I'm not gonna call them invasive anymore, but still there's a kill upon catch order on them as they decimate trout. You know, I believe if 2 of these guys get on trout, they say for the most part the trout will die. So we took that off that trout, and yeah, let's get back to fishing. All right, and for this spoon, I'm gonna use a loop knot. Seems to get a little better action with that loop knot. That wind is up. Hopefully these wind muffs are helping. That's a new thing I did. I've probably had this croc spoon coming around with me. This is my last like old one. It's over a decade old for sure. I sure hope this wind fizzles out. I'm in 51 feet of water. Drop the croc spoon to the bottom. I haven't marked a single thing besides one school of bait yet, so I don't know if I'm gonna just long drift for a while or I'm gonna actively pursue. Ooh, sick. Croc spoon fish, baby. Gotta loosen up that drag a little bit. He hit probably 20 feet off the bottom there. This feels like another rainbow trout. It is. Oh, it's a lake trout. He just acted a little crackheady on me. I thought it was gonna be another rainbow. That's all right. Hey, those count in my book just fine. Lake trout. Crushing those barbs definitely pays dividends when you want to release fish quickly, but if you want to keep fish, it'll definitely make it tough too. All right, crocodile spoon coming through. Nice lake trout right there. Mid 20-incher. Holy crap, man, this wind is relentless right now. We gotta get shallower. Man, this wind is cooking. I've got gusts over 20 for sure. I can't really fish this. And no one likes to hear excuses, I know. I think I gotta pack up. It's supposed to lay down this afternoon. I tried a different area this morning and I just didn't do well, and I got here like mid-morning, and within my first 5 minutes I caught that rainbow, and now I'm not able to stay on any fish that I'm marking. My drift is, if I'm not using the pedals, I'm flying over 2 miles an hour probably. So Finger Lakes weather forecast can be really unpredictable. let me get myself back to the car and we'll pick up with those croc spoons, man. I want to try to do a full video with them, see what we can catch. So I rigged myself up. 3 crocodile spoons, 1 ounce, 5/8 of an ounce, and a 3/4 ounce one. Yeah, I'm cruising, looking for something to fish on. These look kind of quiet so far. Let's zoom in a little bit. So this morning the fish were in like 50 to 70 feet. I just did not see anything in 50 to 70 feet right now. So I'm cruising through 40, 39. Oh, found some life. 50 feet. Okay. Okay, the croc spoon. How do you fish the old school croc spoon? Well, a lot of people troll it, but you can whip it off the bottom a lot of different ways. Found some life in 50 feet. Got him. Oh, croc spoon, baby. It's awesome. Feels cool to do it old school, huh? It's one of the first lures I've ever fished with. Nice size fish here. Really nice sized fish, fellas. This is a Haas. Go a little tighter, I guess, but this guy's going. Because I'm using a lighter rod than this morning. Let's see if we're gonna PB alert here. Sure feels like we might PB alert this one. Not peanut butter, personal best. Went a little lighter tackle with this so we get more action. Bites on it because I wasn't too confident about going croc spoon down the croc spoon land. Good fish, definitely a good one. That is nice to see. Good size fish. Fighting harder than the ones in the morning, that's for sure. There it is. Croc spoon still does it. And look at that, just popped right out, I think. That's a good sized fish, man. Ate that spoon. Rehooked himself once there. Oh man. Yeah, that's a good one, man. Let's get you out of here, buddy. Guessing that's a high 20-incher. Yeah, so when the barbs are crushed, especially fish you want to release and that are kind of difficult to handle, it's a good way to fish. All right, extremely difficult fishing, extremely. I unfortunately have to get back to North Carolina, so this year was probably the hardest fishing the Finger Lakes have provided me in my for at least 4 or 5 years as I was learning them. So this was the hardest for me to fish this. Seems like more lampreys, I don't know. I got to refine my rainbow trout skills. That's what it is too. They're around, and I had 1 or 2 follows, and I couldn't find the brown trout and salmon this year. So every year is different, you know what I'm saying? So check the video's description for links, everything. This goes better than the one from earlier. Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Awesome.
Nice work, dude.
So if you spent any time fluke fishing, the thing you wanted was the 10-pound plus fluke. Well, let's see if we can do that. South Shore, Long Island today. Got Nate on my left here. Stormy day, kind of quick hits.
No pedals.
Deep in thought.
Just cruising. Deep in thought.
Nate fishes here. Definitely I'm getting the stand here, cast there treatment. It's not really my thing, but that's okay. I do like a little bit more of a do-it-yourself approach, but Nate's taking me out. We're gonna cover quite a lot of miles today. I don't have too much intel, and that's kind of part of the fun, is just to figure it out a little bit on your own. I've got a really huge stem tide line right here. I'm gonna do a couple short drifts and then piece it together, work my way through this zone. Has there been a lot of slip gut here too?
It's been a lot cleaner on the south side of the bay like this. Yeah, nice. Dude, this whole stretch right here is just freaking loaded with fish.
Cool. Got a bunch of bites?
Yeah.
They got a really nice fish here.
I mean, she's a healthy keeper.
Nice.
No doubt.
Chicken paddle tails.
We're looking for the bigger fish today.
Got him. Wanted the purple color. Yo! Nice one. Oh, he's gone. What a kook. It's a lot of wind, man. This is probably where I hooked up right here. Some kind of concrete rubble.
You tell if it's a striper. Is that a weak fish?
Big one, yeah. All these years later, I'm still a terrible YouTuber. That's a really nice weak fish.
Beautiful weak fish, man.
Yeah, that is a nice one.
Beautiful weak fish. Great South Bay sunrise right there.
Oh, that's the nickname, huh? Beautiful.
Hold her up just a little bit and twist her so she's vertical. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. Nice fish, dude.
She go. Yeah, I have one fluke also.
Good.
There.
The tide's just starting to turn out too.
Yeah. Let's get back on it. What's that? I have plenty of light jigs. Yeah. Light jig. Yeah, I got some 3/8. Yeah.
I like the action on those.
Yeah. Did you get any more fluke or just that one still?
I had something bit off my
Tail.
my line. No, my line. And it cut it at the knot.
Gotta have a couple fluke. I can't believe I didn't get one here. I'm blown away I didn't get one here.
Guys in the back, you gotta help the team out. Come on.
Please give me a fish with this going by, please. I lost a fluke about 20 inches at the net. I pulled his head out of the water. I did the oh yeah. And then we got one nice weak fish. There's a lot of fish there, but we're dealing with some pretty bad drifts. We're gonna pound a couple of bridge pilings and see what the rest of the day brings. This is the future of kayak fishing for me. Watching somebody else do the work, physical side. Poor Nate.
It's my workout today.
We're gonna do a 30-day before and after. That's what Nate was thinking. That see how his chin looks and how mine does. Got one too. Big one. They're not that big, but decent one. Let's see if this goes better than the one from earlier. shad.
Want me to put it on a stringer, or is that what you're asking?
I don't have any ice.
Why don't you put it on a stringer?
I guess I will.
I don't get it.
Yeah, 22. We don't have any ice, but we do have a stringer. No, none left. We don't have any great white sharks here, so we're good.
Get that $8 7-Eleven out.
Yeah. He's teasing me. All right, let's put this guy on here. I don't love using stringers, but sometimes there is convenience to it. I gotta try to get that same drift again. It's like a pretty specific drift, it seems like should keep producing. Bluefish. Yeah. Not the right one. I'm 99.9% sure it was, but maybe not. They're all bluefish. Well, we'll know soon. Yesterday. Yesterday I didn't really bring my A game. Brought like a B or C game, I think. Something didn't click too well with me yesterday. I don't know why. I'd like to get one. It's kind of like a thing in my head went off. I do want to get one really big fluke. I haven't caught a fish over 8 pounds. It's been like 6-7 years since I've caught a fluke over 8 pounds. So it'd be really nice. I don't know if, I do want just to have a nice day of fishing, you know. I wouldn't say it's a fluke at all costs, but I do want to catch one. Is it? I'm gonna call this the Clout Fluke Quest. Clout? Clouts, yeah, that's the new internet term. Fluke angler, those good, the paddle shads, or you hate those?
If you've got anything white.
What are these? Those are the 5-inch ones.
Yeah, those are good.
I got some of these crystal clear shrimp lures, but got a little of that Procure. That's the only gulp I have, those two things.
All right.
You like that one? The white chartreuse? No? Hang on. I am tangled here.
Do you know that Facebook group? Are you part of that one?
Oh, is there a 10-pound fluke club?
Uh-huh.
I don't Facebook much these days.
You have to show a picture of a 10-pound fluke that you've caught. And it's, you know, honor system. There's probably a few in there that aren't quite 10 pounds.
That's all right.
Mine was 10.32, my biggest.
What'd you catch it on?
I caught it on a 6-inch pearl swimming mullet on a 3/4 ounce Spro bucktail.
How deep?
40 feet.
Ocean or bay?
Right there, well, yeah. I'm not gonna tell you exactly where I caught, come on. But you know, because you showed me where to fish it.
I have a 12, an 11.5, and a 10.5. I don't want to, I'm tooting my horn. I might have a fourth one in there I forgot about, actually, because it wasn't as significant.
Might have a fourth.
But the 12 and the 11 happened in the same week. And they both happened in August, which is considered a slower time already.
Huh.
And they were probably, the interesting things about those, I probably had 2 other flukes those days, period. Maybe no other keepers. Maybe 1. So they were very slow days of fishing, but they both produced 10-pound plus fish.
I think I caught like 5 fish over 28 inches, plus that 10-pounder. My buddy, James, he had 3 fish. Yeah, we let this guy roll through. And he won't shut up about his 13-pounder. He always talks, he's awesome, but he always talks about how, what does he say? Because I'm better than John Skinner.
What's up?
Let's fish one more drift on this line.
Okay.
And then,
Want to go up on that island over there?
look at that. He doesn't even have to slow down when he's re-rigging. That boat tracks really well.
So I have 0 fluke to the kayak so far, but I do see some birds working. Best thing that could have happened to me. Yeah.
Do you ever find that big bluefish and little bluefish hang together, or is it mostly
No, I
same
find as the
size
season
schools?
progresses, the bigger ones do two specific things. They're either super shallow or they're only on structure,
Yeah.
like heavy straw, like a bridge.
Yeah.
So it's like when to see them out in 10 feet and doing this, early season they'll do it, but as soon as it gets to June, unless there's some giant bait out here, but it's typically whatever big ones are left are somewhere shallow. Yeah, these aren't big at all.
They're tiny. Oh, that was a bigger fish.
Nah. I wrapped my braid up on it. I'm sure he's got it in his mouth now.
So one nice thing about fluke fishing,
They don't shut down from boat traffic.
it doesn't shut down for or sunlight. Like, you know, middle of the day, it's all about the tide. You know, that weak fish bite, if you're not there at 5 o'clock in the morning, or it's over, you know, like I said, it was overcast yesterday.
Robin. Ooh, one on. I got a fluke. Yeah, a little one. Nope. Second short fluke.
Good-ish. Yeah. Might be a keeper, but I'm not gonna measure it. Catching a lot of fluke lately. Looking for the big one. Yeah, that's not a keeper. That's 18 and a half maybe.
How many fish do you think are out down there fighting over your jig right now?
It's like I got slip gut or something on here. Slip gut is the worst. But it's not been bad. It's way better. Dude, the last 2 weeks here,
I was on.
you can't cast at all. It's just been straight up and down.
That might have been a keeper. It was very close. So that was a decent one. Nice, nice. Second keeper. First one It's probably like 20 tops. This one's a little nicer. Excuse me, I swallowed a bug. That adds to my list of states I've swallowed bugs this spring. Fish next to the green buoy. Yeah, 21.5. It's not bad. Thank you. What a pretty fluke. But you know, from now on, you know, for the rest of the day, I could take credit for all your fish, which is nice. Measure him though. I think he's short.
Measure him?
You have to bring me up to start catching keepers, huh?
Get one?
Yes, sir. I think mine might be a keeper. He's really close, but he gets to swim. What's that?
Did you tell me I mugged you? Can you mug somebody on your own spot? Me to stand there and cast there?
Right, and
Yeah.
and you're catching.
I get it, man.
You're catching much bigger fish on average now.
Fishing is a competitive sport. There's no, you know, it doesn't have to be annoying competitive, but
I think we're casting into about 18 feet here. Nice fish. That's a really nice one. No, not really. He just really grabbed and went with it. I thought that was going to be a really big one. Fish is probably 18.5, and we're going to let him go easily. I always feel like you hit a pocket of them. There's like a, you know, half dozen. You kind of draw them all in. Maybe you catch them, they move on, and then you gotta like find another tiny pocket of them. I don't know. Here he is. Yeah, this should have a fish or two somewhere here. Slow roll off the ledge. Yeah, it seemed like the slick water was holding them though in the last hour and change versus the points of interest.
it's a lot of slip gut on the top in like these seams, but it's not really thick through the column.
So they call this stuff slip gut? What is it?
I think it's like dried up, like crusty slip gut that's been washing out.
It does probably bring in shrimp though. Mine ain't very big. Got a good fish?
Yeah. Ooh. What is that? He spit up a crab. Oh, that's a healthy fish. Yeah, look at this. Look at the size of that crab. I'd eat that.
That's pretty cool.
I mean, he's, you know,
21.
22, 23, 22.
Nice fish, Nate.
Yeah.
Look at that. I can't wait. I can't wait. Doink. Yeah, I got one too. Slickwater fluke man. I'm drifting differently than you. That shows boat control 101. What I did wrong and what you did right. Got a fish messing with it. It doesn't feel very big. Nice one too, man. Nice one. It's about 19 and a half. I'll put him back. We're on a decent bite. Yeah. Well, like I said, just pick points of interest and then definitely hungry in here. Three-eighths. Ooh, yeah. Sorry, you're coming in. You're coming into the cooler with the rest. This is a nice one. Oh, it's a nice one, dude. Yeah, buddy.
Bigger fish, their heads are so much meatier. The lips are like just brutal.
Right. Got my paddle there, but it's okay.
And they're, oh, that's a beautiful fish, man. Look at that.
That's a nice one. Probably 23, maybe 24.
Hold them up one more time.
That's exciting.
What did you catch them on?
Whiptail. 3/8 ounce jig head. Some Procure. I think I'm using probably Menhaden. I always use that Procure stuff. I don't know. Might just be a placebo. You might not need it.
Procure down there in the bottom of the boat.
Just glooping out.
Yep. That stuff stains your deck. It stinks so bad. We better deal with this though. We've got company here and we're kind of in the channel. We're all right over here, but
got a WD-40 these pliers.
Yeah, I have the same problem. Two-hand opening. Thing's got some, yeah, nice fish. Beautiful.
Awesome.
Nice work, dude.
All right, let's get back on it. Let's keep this one.
Spot.
All right, 25. Sorry, mouth closed. 24 incher. It's a nice one. Who goes stumping the night? What's up, flounder? Okay, buddy. Thanks. Slick water. Booty slick. They're really, like, they're the one who really taught me a lot about, like, tide slicks are like sometimes super important for fouling me up. This last one. Oh, there he is. Yeah, I swear. Maybe I'm wrong. He's got a hole in his mouth. I feel like I just hooked him then. Like literally, it's a fish I hooked within this drift. Here we go, the grand finale. The last one I'm keeping. You know what? Let's let that one go back. It's probably about 20, 21. And do you a nice favor. Thank you. Kingfish and the southern kingfish. I haven't seen a northern kingfish in years. They're great to eat, but we have plenty of meat. Wow, that's a beautiful one. Let me just see this fish. Yeah, just pull me in. Oh, they got like really distinct stripes on them.
Yeah, right? Look at that.
That is cool. Now,
Careful, he's got a pretty good spine on his back.
Yeah, that's the... Yeah, the other ones are different.
See how big that? I mean, that's a...
It's a nice... Yeah, they call them whiting where I live.
Go.
Yeah, they call them whiting where I live too. Yep, he wants to go. And they got like a spot on them.
It's kind of like a yellow color to it.
Yeah.
I caught a fluke one time off of that lighthouse dock. That had a kingfish in its spot that big.
Come on. Missed one there. There he is. Slick water, dude. Slick water.
Good one, right?
Slick. Gotta fish the slick. Yeah, buddy. There was just like a little spit there. Gonna take this dumb camera off my head. Well, we lost some audio here, but man, what a great day. It's just really felt fresh and awesome to be able to catch these fish like this. Shallow water. These moments, I don't know. I don't get too mushy, but I felt like I haven't been able to just enjoy a day on the water like that, I guess, in a long time. Some fish I missed, and yeah, wow. Felt good. All right, I think I'm wrapping it up, but 2 days. These whiptails are available off my website. I rigged them on these 3/8 ounce, these are the swim bait jigs. Buckeye lures makes them. Got a little loop knot there. Just kind of some strong twitches on the bottom. That's Procure Menhaden. This new little Daiwa Fuego LT is awesome. I use the Fenwicks. In general, I like to use the Fenwicks if I'm under ½ an ounce, maybe 3/4 ounce tops. I think this is an excellent setup. This is the medium fast Fenwick HMG rated up to 1 ounce. And anytime I get into the heavier range, I'll typically go to the Jigging World on the Night Ranger. This Night Ranger is an incredible setup. Jigging World's a popular brand in this region, but this is a custom built one. High stick and high stick plenty and should have broken a few times by now, but it's held up. A lot of that slip gut stuff. Fluke bite's been good. I think I'm gonna just concentrate on fluke and we're not.
One last spot. Let me see.
We just got one more spot. Everything today. Right now I'm about to do a couple of drifts jigging, and then from there I'm gonna switch over and grab myself some mud crabs, and we're gonna run over to hit some docks for some fish we can eat. So let's see what the jigging bite does to start. Tide's moving kind of quick, but I'll give it a try. Not sure what this is. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. It's a monster. It is a monster southern flounder. Jeez Louise, man. That ate the underspin. I'm gonna let you go, don't worry. Super quick. I want to just be nice and gentle to this fish. Yikes. Let's just take a quick measurement. Whew. It's one of the biggest ones of these guys I've caught before, I've ever caught. Jeez Louise, look at the size of that beast. That is a 25-inch southern flounder. Ate a 4.5-inch Elias shad. Oh my gosh, they're so wide when they get that big. Can't keep them, so just a nice novelty. That's okay though, honestly. Going forward, I'll probably just be releasing any flounder that size anyway. That's what he ate though. I don't use underspins very much, but yeah, I'm trying it right now, see how it works. Not gonna be fishing here for very long. It is kind of lousy out. So hoping it might lay down a little bit. Can't really get a drift I want here. Yep, that's the king of the castle right there, huh? An old salty growler. All right. Yeah, this drift kind of went to me. Okay, another flounder. Pretty good one again. Not as good as the other one, but it's pretty cool. The underspin works like that, huh? I've never used these things that much. Oh, man. Man, these are great sized fish. All right, let's leave these guys alone. All right. got two nice ones. This one's another 21, 22, somewhere around there probably. Yeah. And let's go get some crabs and do some sheep's head fishing, man. I don't want to just beat on flounder, you know. A lot of these areas are both good for reds and flounders, so those big reds I'll catch a release, but the flounder, you know, or not, rather leave them alone. But that's what we're starting with this afternoon. A little underspin jig. That's pretty cool. Hit it up with a little Procure. Fought through a couple oyster toads. And there you go. On that Komodo. All right, let's go get some crabs and fish some structure, catch some dinner. Cool to do it in that deep water on a lure, right? Fish came out at about 25 feet. And I don't know, maybe those underspins are good for flounder. You know what I was thinking is I've had okay luck with the spinnerbaits. The spinnerbaits can't sink down. Those underspins and the chatterbaits, they're a little bit more diverse how you can fish them. Or it's all anecdotal evidence, man. All right, I run off the water yesterday after getting bait by the old thunderstorm, so I had to regroup for the morning session now. That's where we're at. Should be some sheep's head around these docks though. I'm gonna target those guys in a second here. I'm just gonna do a little jigging here first. Let's get the sheep's head on. They should be here. For sure they should be here. 18 feet. I'm gonna stick to about, 10 to 15 feet for the most part. Some deeper stuff. Got a couple fiddlers at home. I'm gonna start with these guys. Take from there. Hopefully croaker situation's fairly manageable. We'll go from there. This is some fun fishing. I like dock fishing. It's good fun. Got myself a prize right here. Oh man, it's actually a little surprising. Not too surprising. It's a juvenile gag grouper. Typically they are around. I'm sure the more structure you fish, the more juvie gags you'd find. Sure seems like I'm finding more life on the upcurrent side. Hey, there we go. Target fish there. It's a perfect one for the crumbs. Oh my gosh. Man, this little guy is pulling, man. One's double your size, do less. All right, that's kind of what we're going for. I ain't making no algorithm videos today. I just want to fish for fun. That's the size of the sheep's head. I'm gonna keep one or two of this size. Those 15s and 16s definitely are the best for the table, and you know, you're not killing giant old fish. All right. Well, broke off a fish. I wasn't rolling my camera. I'm guessing it was a drum. Definitely a fish on there. Oh gosh, bad. That is so bad. Oh no. Yikes. Yikes, we gotta open the bail. That's why it's freaking, gotta go to a heavy rod. He's on there. He's on there. I think we got him out. Whew. Man, that old opening the bail worked out. I think it worked out. We're not done yet. What do we got? No, 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 no. All right. Is this a sheep's head, man? It's a really nice one if it is. It's got to be a black drum. Whew. Okay. Okay. Oh my gosh. It's got to be a black drum. Oh, nice sheep's head, man. That's a nice one. We're gonna put that one back. It's a good fish right there. I thought that one got me in the structure. Without a doubt, I thought I was done there. The current's like ripping where he was sitting, so. Beauty. So that pretty one. Yeah, it's a nice one, man. What a fight too, man. Got in that current and absolutely devastated me. I felt like such a goog. It's hard to, that current's moving like, 1.5, 2 miles an hour, so it's not easy. And you want to use a light rod for sheep's head because, yeah, they're pretty good dropping your baits. I'm actually not that frayed up. All right, let's see if we get another one there. Wow, that was a nice fish. I like to go with the current, making it much harder. Okay. See, if I don't position my boat into this current and pedal occasionally, I'll never survive. It's like you're done. You know what I'm saying? Fun fishing though, I like it. Sheep's heads are a lot of fun. Oh my gosh. Here we go again. Oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh. We got it, we got it, we got it, we got it. Oh man. Out of that current, out of that current, out of that current. Oh, we got him. Whew. Barely. Good stuff, man. This is probably better territory for the autopilot, but autopilot's so darn heavy. I'm exhausted by the time I get it to the water. All right. Another good one right there, man. Good sized fish, though. Look at sheep's head. Pretty good one. I feel like the first one I lost a couple minutes ago here was much bigger, but still not a bad one. Open bottom sheep's head's kind of fun. I wouldn't call it open bottom, but just debris fields. Like I said, fish are far more abundant than I think some people think in terms of the ecosystems they inhabit. From sod banks to oysters to loose structure. I mean, we catch them out in the ocean, there's like maybe one rock and there'll be like giant sheep's heads there, so I think they're kind of adaptable in the environments they can go into, more so than a lot of other fish. So I found some structure out here in like 20, 25. Might have to go to a heavier jig for out here though. That's the only thing. But yeah, there's definitely some structure out here. Good bite there. Missed him though. Definitely fire out here right now. Okay. See ya, pal. Nice fish, man. 25 feet. Oh man, that's a donkey. Oh man, good one, good one. Look at that cheap's head. It's a beauty, beautiful fish right there. Nice one.